Oof. Hello everybody, MrPBJ here today. This is my review of Sonic Mania. I will be reviewing Sonic Mania Plus, once it's actually come out, because this is during the time when it hasn't come out. It's like a day before, And if you guys are wondering why I'm not wearing the striped jacket that I usually wear now, it's because it's really hot. It's really hot. It's really hot in California. So, yeah. Anyways, so how do we even start this review? So, what was it? 2016? Okay, so 2016, they announced that they were having two new Sonic games. The other one was Sonic Forces. But then you had also Sonic Mania. And it honestly looked like a return to form, honestly. It was kind of confusing on how we were supposed to go about it. Whether it was a remake or if it was something new. Because it had a new stage. One new stage, but it did show some differences, of course. But not only that, it did retain some of the old stages from the classic Sonic era. Classic Sonic era referring to Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic CD, and Sonic 3 Knuckles. So yeah, that's what Sonic classic era basically means. So yeah, once waiting a hell of a long time for this game because they had to delay it once, and it was a long delay actually. It was supposed to release, 2016 of September, and then they move it to spring, but then they move it to August. Okay, yeah, that's like 2 delays. Honestly, it was really worth it. Even though the game was actually not finished at the time, I can really tell, because a lot of the cutscenes that are there is still room for some more. Like, when you end a stage and you transition to a new stage, it's like, okay, we just got here. There's no transition to connect these two stages, So that was like some of the things that indicated that the game wasn't done, and especially when Tails drops in the chemical plant zone and the water spores on him, but he just has his looking up animation. Like, come on, I knew you could have done something more. But Sonic Mania, it was honestly a godsend. Like, it kind of just gave me hope that Sonic was going to be alright again. Because if we can leave it into the hands of Christian Whitehead here, everything's going to be good, Like, he knows the ins and outs of Sonic games, and it's like, it was a crazy long ride for him to even get to this status. Honestly, I think we should all, just really, push it for fan creators, on the internet that make Sonic fan games to, get into the business of creating video games for Sonic. Let's talk about the game. So anyways, the story mode, I'm not gonna say it's non-existent, but it's very, very, sort of vague, unless you've actually read everything and stuff like that. For me, couldn't really care for that sort of thing. I just wanted to play the game because the gameplay was honestly the best part for me, and the one thing that I actually cared about the game for. You had basically Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, stop an Eggman. I guess the Eggmans have this thing called the Phantom Ruby. It literally is kind of weird of how it works. Like, does it control time? Does it control reality? Like, god fucking damn. That's like 2 Infinity Stones into 1 gem. Let's get down to the gameplay, because the story, while it's there, doesn't really service anything, and it's kind of just there just to exist. Anyways, the gameplay. So, Sonic, he controls, of course, the same as he always has, and the very technical stuff is that he has a sort of similar sprite to the Sonic 1 Sonic, and that actually is good, because honestly, I think that the Sonic 1 Sonic, and especially how far the camera is away from Sonic 1 Sonic, is actually the best kind of version you can play of Sonic. Like, I play this thing on my iPhone all the time, and for me to just transition from that to Sonic Mania is awesome. And of course, Sonic comes with a new move. You know how Tails and Knuckles had their ability to do alternate things? Sonic did too, to an extent. Like, he had an instant shield, of course, and then in Sonic CD, he did have, a super peel out. But in Sonic Mania, they gave him a default move, which is the drop dash, and it was actually pretty cool when I saw it at first. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, Sonic did a sort of drop dash move in Sonic CD in the intro, so why wouldn't you? The drop dash, honestly, it works for Sonic. It is so crazy how it blends in. You guys think I'm crazy, but no, it blends in really nicely. Like, it makes Sonic feel like he just needs to pick up that speed. Not only does his color, you know, represent speed and get on the go, his new ability just makes so much sense. And of course, Tails is pretty much the same. Knuckles is also pretty much the same, and he glides and he climbs, although his animations are tweaked just a bit to make it look even better. He has this sort of like crouching sort of thing when he crawls. It's really awesome. And then for the gliding, you know, this is like something that a good classic Sonic player would know, like when you glide and you go back and forth, he sort of gets this weird kind of motion, and it's like little animations like that that are really awesome. The new sprite work is good too. The artwork is fantastic. The artwork for the opening is also really fantastic. Thank you, Tyson S. I keep freaking messing with this guy. I don't know, maybe he's annoyed by me because that one incident at Anime Expo was kind of embarrassing. But I still met somebody that I really liked, and I got the moment out of my Anime Expo at that point. For everything, Sonic Mania is just a combination of all of Sonic's good games from the classic era. It really is. The only thing I really don't like about it is the Sonic CD stuff. Well, most specifically the stage Metallic Madness. Its level design, honestly, it kind of pisses me off, honestly. It's not like I can't get through it. So, I mean, if you really wanted to make a final stage, that really would have been it. But I guess the last stage, that name I can't really not pronounce, but I just don't remember the last stage of Sonic Mania. I guess it could be a harder stage if you just don't know how to control some certain things. But honestly, with that all said, Sonic Mania is really awesome. Like, honestly, for people that don't really play Sonic that much, give Sonic Mania a chance. Like, this is the one Sonic game that I would ultimately recommend you over any other Sonic game. And if you don't like it, it's fine. Like, honestly, Sonic's control is not for everyone, but it is for me because I've been playing Sonic since I was 2. You know, Sonic 2 is my first, game I played, But anyways, yeah, I mean, like, and also, I think I want to add some ideas since this video is going out first. So, we know that Sonic, of course, for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they have their core abilities, which is nice, and I think I might make a video about this later, but for the inclusion of not only characters like, Mighty and Ray and Sonic Plus, I'm sorry, I gotta, squeeze them in there, like Sonic Plus, I thought you were saving that for a different video. But also the inclusion of Amy. Like, I understand that, Amy is not considered, like, one of the most athletic characters in the series, even though, she's had athletic history in other Sonic games. But, of course, if they were to include her, they would have to include her hammer. The characters don't have an attack button. How the hell are you supposed to implement something like that? So, I'm proposing an idea, but, I mean, I'll explain it in another video. Give the characters an attack button, or not even an attack button, Maybe it can be something that really, it transitions in, But the main point is, I want Sonic to be able to kick enemies on the go. I want Knuckles to freaking be able to punch enemies on the go. I want Tails to use his freaking tail slap on the go. And I want Mighty to punch somebody on the go, or maybe even throw rocks. Like, honestly, I wouldn't mind that. And then you can have Ray pretty much doing the same thing as Tails. Like, his tail looks like a weapon. I'm not joking. And then, you can add Amy in, and she can have her Pika hammer, and we can all be good, Like, no more freaking, or the Sonic creator sexist, And I'll go over, like, what I think about how that could be implemented in another video, where I show the controls and all that kind of jazz. Also, Sonic Mania, if you speedrun the game a lot, which I do now because I've beaten the game and I've gotten 99 lives and I'm a freaking Super Sonic fan, it's clear to note that the physics, even though they are kind of the same, it makes you able to do really crazy things in the game. Like, I'm not going to talk about them jumping in the inside of a loop, like when the loop-de-loop is going around and then you're at the top point and you jump down to gain more speed, which honestly doesn't make any sense, but okay, I'll take it, That was in the old games, though, but it's something very specific. Like, when you're going down and then you're rolling as a ball, right? When you press the jump button and still hold your ball form, Sonic jumps, but he picks up more speed as he keeps going if you keep pressing it, which is actually pretty awesome. And of course, in Chemical Plant Zone, when you're going on those little dips right there, on the dip, you know, when you're going down almost, you can jump and gain more speed. Things like that are constant throughout Sonic Mania, and it's also something that was also in the old Sonic games, but it works so much better in this one. I've tested how Sonic 2 handles these sort of things, and no, it doesn't do pretty well at all. I mean, this is very specific stuff, but these are things that make the game fun. It's almost like skateboarding, if you can call it that, or maybe pinball, but mostly skateboarding. You know, you want to go to some kind of like park or something like that and just skate around, and you're like, that's basically how Sonic is. You kind of explains why we got a Sonic Riders, right? But anyways, that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. Anyways, I'll make the Sonic Mania Plus video when Sonic Mania Plus is out. So anyways, see you guys later. MrPBJ's signing out. Peace. And remember, you don't stop drawing because you get old because you stop drawing. So keep drawing. Anyways, see you guys later.